Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over the cryptocurrency markets and Bitcoin and some other assets today. I am over due time. I'll be getting together some more videos to update them, like Matic. I think needs to be updated. Matic is not in a bad position at all. It's kind of like Quant. It's doing pretty decent. However, by the way, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. It'd be really, really appreciated. And new subscribers, I do appreciate you too. Thank you very much for subscribing to my channel. Now, we're going to go over the cryptocurrency market, Bitcoin, what's going on. Those are new to my channel. I believe that Bitcoin is in a descending wedge of some sort. How it's going to suss this out and make this pattern at the end of the day, once it's complete, who knows? But at the end, it'll probably look somewhat sort like a descending wedge or an ending diagonal. The good news, too, is about an ending diagonal or a descending wedge, okay? If this pattern works out, is this. It's usually 90% of the time the end of something. The end of something. Now, whether Bitcoin is going to go into some sort of massive corrective bounce or it is the end of the correction and it's over and Bitcoin is starting a new bull run, remains to be seen. Nobody knows the answer to that. If you're a bear, you want that to go down and it'll do a massive bounce. And it's just how it is. Stuff goes down and then it retraces. It goes back up and then it comes back down, just like it did from January to March, just like it did from June to August, September timeframe. Corrected, bounced, went back down. Bitcoin didn't do too much of a bounce in June, but Ethereum did a massive bounce, right? $800, $880, all the way up to 2K. Binance did too, did a pretty massive bounce. So did Matic, and so did Quant. So those coins are coins you probably want to pay attention to, especially if they hold on to our lows once Bitcoin gets down there. So what I'm going to do is go over some data that I'm looking at with Bitcoin, and just looking at this structure here on a 12-hour chart, you can see here's its sequence. Here's its trend. It's going up pretty aggressively. You can see that. You can put a trend just like so on the 12-hour chart. Pretty aggressive trend up, right? But it's not really moving that far, okay? That's not a bullish Bitcoin. Short term, I'm bearish on Bitcoin. I want it to be done with the correction, guys. Look, I know there's some people that are like, this is maybe the bottom, and it could be. There's a small chance that could be the bottom and you want it to get out of here. But let's be real here. Let's be real. Does this look like a bullish Bitcoin? Does it look like a Bitcoin is going to, maybe come back down and just start going boom, 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 right? That's a bullish Bitcoin. Now, when Bitcoin's bullish, it doesn't screw around, okay? When Bitcoin is in a corrective sequence, everybody's like, what's it going to do? What's it going to do? Is it going to go up? Going to go down? And this too right here, to me, looking at that, it doesn't look bullish. I'm going to show some supporting evidence, go through some other charts to show you some other evidence that more than likely Bitcoin is going to make that trek down there. Where's the target area that I'm looking for? This area, general area, say 13, it could, it just might go right there, guys. I have no idea. I'll be straight with you. I have no idea. But it could go as low as, say, 13,000 even. I prefer Bitcoin to stay above this level over here. Where is that? That level of 13,800 or 14,000, okay? I would prefer that with candle bodies above that area. Can it do a dramatic wick down there and get sucked back up? I'm okay with that too, okay? But this general area. Now, I'm going to go over some larger assets in the cryptocurrency market, okay? So let's start with Binance Coin. Binance Coin did a bounce, all right? You can see here with Binance Coin, you see it's the same thing with Binance Coin. When Binance Coin is bullish, it moves. It does not screw around. I think we can all agree right there, right? When these cryptos are bullish, they roll. They're not screwing around. You see right here in this RSI, look at that, all the way up there. This is on a 12-hour chart. Right there is 70, and it just went boom right there. Okay? So you can see here with the Binance, you see this trend right here, and it just rocketed up there and back over here. So in my opinion, it's setting itself up for a fall. Okay. Back down to the area, the box area, more than likely. And you want to see Binance maintain that low right there of $183. I know some people think it's going to be going down to 40, and it could. I don't think so. I think the probabilities is going to hang on to this low. I think there's higher. If I was going to say there's a 60% out of a 60-40, I would say 60% Binance will hold that low, and maybe 40% it'll break it. Okay? That's what I think right there. But it's definitely setting itself for a fall. You can see right here, this is the wave sequence I think Binance did right here. Here's its A. There's a B, C, a 1, 2, 3. That's a C wave. And it went back down right here. And here's a 3-wave move. Boom. And here's to finish it up. Boom. And then coming back up. And then it's going to come back down just like so. Something like that. That's what I would suspect with Binance Coin. So you can see from this point to this point, there to there, you have a massive amount of hidden bearish divergence, giving you a really strong signal. This is probably going to go like that. Okay. So that's why I'm saying Bitcoin. Bitcoin doesn't have those signals quite as much right now. We'll go over Ethereum. Ethereum is in the same position, guys. Okay. The two biggest assets outside of a Bitcoin. You see that? That's a trend up, and Ethereum, same thing. It didn't move very much. And you see my trend line right on top there? You have hidden bearish divergence. Once again, telling you more than likely Ethereum's going to come back down to the box. And optimum position, Ethereum maintains that low of 868. And it comes back over here and did a wild and just long drawn out second wave, in my opinion. Can it break it? If it breaks it, you'll have your answer. Okay. Going over the other assets for the time being. Well, what I'll do is I'll just go over the basics. I'll go over other assets in the video by themselves. Okay, guys, but there's some assets that have some pretty decent setups. When Bitcoin does the dump, you want to see where these assets are going to end up at. And that will determine which one you go into. At least it does for me. Okay? So, as an example, I'll use an example. Let's say XRP, right? XRP. Personally, me, there's a lot of XRP maxis and XRP people are real bullish on XRP. But XRP, let me take it off log. I was looking at this trend that XRP is holding on to, which is good. But you just have to be very critical looking at the chart. So if Bitcoin dumps and XRP starts doing something like that, as an example, that's an asset you're like, wait a second. Maybe there's other ones that would be a better shot of being into. So there's a risk to reward ratio. So let's say Bitcoin does a bottom, right? The setup to me is just not that good with XRP. If XRP maintains this trend line, it came down, got sucked back up, which is good for XRP. But if it rolls out of there, it doesn't roll out of there and maintain this area, then to me, that would be questionable. Okay. Now, that's not to say that it can't come back down here and just start rolling and start ripping. That's a possibility. But to me, there's just coins with better setups. Okay. And I went over Solana. I show you guys Solana. Solana right here is still in this area that I'm waiting patiently for it to blast back up there. I think Solana is in a flat, guys. I do. I think Solana is going to make another one of these, and then it could be a short opportunity. Be careful with it this low, though. You want to be careful with it that low, okay? It's already hit 1.618 off of this whole thing right here. Boom, okay? A, B, C, possibly. Not really too sure yet. Near protocol was another one. There's another one I was checking out too, guys. To put it back on log. And I was just waiting for it to shoot back up into those areas, possibly. Okay? On the short side. To make a little bit of extra cash, if you will, you know. That was all I was looking at. Now, going over the overall big picture, Bitcoin dominance chart, guys. I was looking at Bitcoin dominance chart, you know, everybody, a lot of thinking is that this is just supposed to start ramping back up to 70. I don't think so, guys. I do not think that that's going to be happening with the Bitcoin dominance chart. As you see around here, from here to here, you have a trend. So this is some sort of correction, and you got one up here too. This to me is a 5-wave sequence, and it looking like it's trying to go up into a 3-wave move this in this area. So how much higher this will go, I think it's going to be making a trek back down here. Okay. Somewhere to these areas, possibly like that, which is good for the altcoin market, guys. Okay. This to me is giving signals that the altcoins are not playing ball like they were last time, if you will. They're actually a little bit more bullish, a little bit more money seems to be going into the altcoins. People are rather playing with it. My guess is that in the cryptocurrency market, Bitcoin is not going to be the coin to get your 5x in, if you will, right? If Bitcoin's at 12,000, to get a 5x, it's got to go to 60K. That's a huge move. That's a huge move for Bitcoin, guys. So USDT dominance chart. USDT dominance chart, going over this. This is one you want to pay attention to. It's dropping a little bit, and I'm expecting it to come down a little bit more, okay, and start making its way back up into this area. And you'll have your bearish divergence from there to there on the weekly, and then you probably would want to see it in this area too. Go to a daily chart. It's coming down pretty deep. Take a look at this. It is coming down pretty deep, and it can make this trek back up here to shoot it back up into that area, guys. That's what I'm looking for. This is probably, in my opinion, the cryptocurrency market, one of the more important charts to pay attention to. Once it spikes up there, preferably with wicks like this over here, spike up, a wick like that, a little bit like that, and it spikes up there, that's the area you want to be looking for a local bottom on Bitcoin, in my opinion, okay? And it's into a descending wedge, or an ascending, not descending, ascending wedge, if you will, okay? You see that? All the way starting from basically February 21, and then the actual start of it, November of 21. But in my opinion, that's a almost, I wouldn't say picture perfect ascending wedge, but it's looking pretty good, in my opinion, guys. And right in there, okay? And look for the signals in the RSI right there is the area for that. And USDC chart, excuse me, is, my opinion, making the same type of move, coming up to end something in this area. It's a little bit more difficult to suss this one out too on the weekly, but you can see clearly here's that trend it's ever been on ever since. You know, this chart is a little bit, like I said, more difficult to suss it out, but I would be expecting something up there. This is a wave with the most momentum right there. That was the June bottom for Bitcoin. It had been down ever since. And then USDC could pop up in this area, make a massive amount of what? Bearish divergence, right? Bearish divergence. Let's say it gets like that. And then you'll have your trend. Let's say it's back up into there, or even spikes up into that area. Okay. So USDT ascending wedge right here. And also a form of an ascending wedge right here, a little bit more like a channel in this area though, which a channel within this whole big ascending wedge. But with Bitcoin is just the opposite. It's in a descending wedge, right? So it's in a descending wedge, coming back down, complete this wedge, while USDT goes back up and completes its ascending wedge, just the opposite. All right, why is this important? Over here, you see, in this chart on the daily, I'll take this trend, and you have your divergence from that peak to that peak. Now, this is a third wave area, so the divergence is not going to be as strong over here as it was right here, okay? But then in this area, you're going to have your divergence. You can see in this daily chart, it's, to me, it's setting itself up to make that move over here, okay? over here to make this move, boom, and then maybe back down or boom, however long this is going to take, and get like something like that. And this price action, if you will, not price, but percentage, this will be up. This will be up above that area, and then preferably above that area too. Okay, that area too, giving you bearish divergence, and from that peak to this peak, more bearish divergence. And Bitcoin down here, Bitcoin over here, guys, just going to be a patient waiting game. And then boom, you're going to have your bullish divergence. On the daily, we'll go to a 3-day chart, check it out. Let me remove these trends so you can see it a little bit more clearly. Okay, back down, and you have your bullish divergence right in this area. Okay, back down here, bullish divergence on the 3-day. And then you go out to a 5-day chart, bringing it back up, back down. Not breaking that, have bullish divergence on the 5-day chart with Bitcoin. Anybody who's trading is looking at this and waiting for this setup, in my opinion. Back down this area, maintains that low in the RSI, doesn't break it, and then you have weekly bullish divergence in that area. And then on the USDT dominance chart, you will have, let me clean this up a little bit for you guys, okay, and move this out. You will have your weekly bullish divergence, or bearish, excuse me, you have your weekly bearish divergence in this area, okay? This is definitely, just looking at this weekly RSI on the USDT dominance chart, you know, you can clearly see trend. Here's your trend. Here's your trend. That's your third wave peak. If this was an asset, that would be your third wave peak in this area, making that move up to finish it off. And boom, boom, come back over here. Boom, boom. Okay, that's a setup. That's a setup. And then you come on over here, right, when all this is going on. So we'll use Chili's as an example. You come on over here to Chili's, right? Come over here to Chili's and you take a look. Let's go to a daily chart on Chili's. Here's a Chili coin. You like Chili's coin, okay? Which is a good coin. This is a good coin in my opinion, okay? So here's Chili's, came back down, rocketed up onto this wave, and then maybe it's coming down some massive second wave correction, right? You want to see where Chili's is. Okay, there's the low right there on Chili's, 0.0782. It maintains that area. As an example, maintains this sequence just right in this area. Okay, right down there. It's looking like it's gonna, it came up into a flat. You can see it right here, A, B, C, and then boom, 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 come down a little bit. USDT dominance up, and Bitcoin makes its way down here to these areas, right? And you go back over here, check out Chili's, and boom, you know, you start working with that coin. There's all kinds of other coins that are like that, okay? And it's going over as some examples to pick ones up. This is good. This is good for Chili's. If it does this move, okay? This is going to be real good for this coin. Why? Why is it going to be good for this coin? Because you have two bullish setups. You have two bullish options for you to make money. This could be A, B, and then it's going into a C, or 1, 2, and it's going into a third wave. If it maintains that low, and all these other signals on Bitcoin come up, finish it, bullish divergence, USDT come up, bearish divergence, Chili's maintains the low, and it'd be going into another wave. You see how that picture comes together? Of course, there's other data points you want to check into. What are the traditional markets going to be doing? Possibly the DXY. But in my opinion, with these assets, it is coming to an end for either a local bottom or a bottom, in my opinion. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.